Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we're actually going to do a transmission fluid swap on a 2012 Ford Escape. This is specifically the 2.5 liter engine with the 6-speed transmission. I believe this is applicable to any 2008 to 2012 Ford Escape, Mazda Tribute, and the Mercury Mariner, I believe. Don't quote me on it, always double check your engine transmission configurations, but I believe should apply in a lot of those scenarios. Definitely the 2008 to 2012 Ford Escape. But anyway, let's go ahead and get to it. It's going to be a short, sweet, quick fluid change out here, so hope it helps you out. Alrighty guys, so here we have the Ford Escape, and we've got the engine right here. Transmission dipstick actually right here, which is actually where we're going to fill the fluid. But we're actually going to start out underneath and go to the transmission drain plug, which is going to be right over there, this guy right here, and I believe it's like an 11 millimeter. I'm gonna go ahead and take out 1 and 2, if you can see that right there. Bolts just to this plastic panel, kind of flips down, and then we'll kind of put something to hold it out of the way while we drain the transmission. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, so correction guys, we got 1 and 2, and actually number 3 right there. So we're gonna go ahead and pop those out, and then this whole thing will swing down. Alrighty, one thing I didn't mention guys is always pull the dipstick up just to allow air in the system. That way all the fluid's coming right out. Don't worry, we don't need to measure anything. I'll show you what we're gonna do for that in a minute. But let's go ahead and, all right. So now we can go ahead and get the drain plug out. Just get your, it is 11 millimeter. And I did break it loose, but we'll just get it the rest of the way. It wasn't in very bad, very tight. Pull the drain plug, and you don't have to do this with the car and ramps, but I found that it gives me just a little bit more room. All right, and just remove the drain plug rest of the way, and there she comes. And this car guys is 80,000 miles, definitely pretty black. Should probably do this sooner, maybe about every 50,000 miles on these. But anyway, we're gonna let her drain, measure how much came out, put that much right back in. Alrighty guys, since it's only just peeing now, we're gonna go ahead and actually cut her off. So let's go ahead and put the plug right back in there like that. And now my hand's covered in fluid, so we'll actually go ahead and just wipe it up. Alright, get this out of the way. Tighten this back up. Now when you're tightening these back up guys, and I always say this in all my videos, you're not winning any contests here by how tight you can get it. You just want it nice and snug so that the next guy doesn't have any trouble getting it back off, and that it's making a good seal. So I always go like just snug, and then just give it a 1, 2, 3. And that's how you know you're good to go. All right, so next what I'm gonna do guys, I got an old oil jug here that I have empty. And I'm just gonna pour what came out right into here so we know how much actually came out, and then fill that back in and go from there. So guys, I made an incredibly nice mess there, but if you pour a little more carefully than I did, you'll see that you'll probably be between 3 and 4 quarts that comes out. For me, this car was actually in a wreck and leaked a little bit of transmission fluid in the wreck from the transmission cooler. So I'm probably closer to 4.5 quarts that I need to put back in. But I'm gonna go ahead and start with the probably 3.5, and then bring the engine up to temperature, run through all the gears, drive it a little bit, and then check the levels. Before you do any transmission service, be sure to plan ahead and find out which fluid you need and make sure you can get it on hand. For this particular car, I'm going with this Valvoline Max Life Full Synthetic, which is compatible with Mercury LV. Some folks might say, "Oh, stick with the Motorcraft," whatever, but this is full synthetic and it does recommend for LV, so I know it's the right stuff. It's not going to cause any problems. So we're going to go ahead and put 3.5 quarts of that in there, this is a gallon jug, so most of this jug, and then we'll bring the car up to temperature and check the levels from there. Also, this is just a transmission fluid change, but if you want to do a full flush, just do this process about 3 times. I believe there's between 8 and 12 quarts in this system. That's what most cars are, somewhere in there. So if you do this 3 times, you'll change over all the bad fluid. You know, fill it, drive it a little bit, do it again, empty it, fill it, drive it a little bit, do it again, empty, fill it, and you'll have pretty much swapped out. But so let's go ahead and put the new stuff in. And lastly, just put this plastic back up. Got the plug back in, so it's just gonna maneuver it here to get everything back where it's supposed to go, and then we'll go ahead and put the bolts back in where they belong. Alrighty guys, there's only one step left, and that's to check the level now after your car is warmed up to operating temperature. And by that I mean when your cold and hot meter is dead center, straight up and down. So go ahead and pull the stick. Gonna wipe her off. And you can see we're just starting to register there on the low hot mark. So we're going to go ahead and actually put the rest of that gallon jug in and see where we're at. Alrighty guys, and after adding a little bit more, checking the level, you can see a little bit clearer now. We're almost to the max, and that is perfect, so we're going to leave it right there, and we are good to go. Alright, thanks for tuning in there guys. Hopefully it helps you change your transmission fluid. If you have any questions or comments, drop them down below. Be happy to help you out. Like this video if it helped you as well. If you like car stuff and this kind of thing, be sure to subscribe to the channel. There'll be more of this kind of stuff coming, as well as rebuilds and other cool stuff. Really appreciate it guys. Until next time, get out there and do it yourself.